All right, everybody, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, one and all. Let's get ready to do this thing, guys. Now, let me tell you what I've done so far. Hi, my name's Paint with Josh. Welcome to the show. Taken my 18 by 24 inch canvas, and you can see we've got it prepped with a few different colors, from our green to our yellow, to the crimson, to the purple, to the blue, and then a little bit of our green down around the bottom again. So, if you're planning on painting along tonight, you're going to need your undercolors. I'll show you what we've done so far. Okay, we've got our sap green, which is the green up here, and then our Indian yellow, kind of mixed in with the green in this section. We have our Bob Ross crimson right here, our purple dioxazine from Gamblin in that section, Prussian blue in this whole area, and then a little of our phthalo green with some Prussian blue slid around to the side. Now, you have to have all those colors out there on the canvas if you want it to work when we start to paint, okay? So let's wash off this last little brush that I got from prepping our canvas this evening. You guys are gonna tell me where you're watching from and just how cold is it out there tonight? How cold are you, man? I've got a really cool idea for tonight. It might take you away from your cold temperatures, put you somewhere nice and toasty. Just maybe, just maybe. We'll see how it goes. All right, now let's come in here. We're going to need to grab our two portals, because it's been a while since we've done a double portal painting on YouTube anyway. And so, it's going to be a double portal rope swing waterfall madness. It's going to be crazy. Now, in order to do that, we have to get a little paint onto our brush. And we got to decide what brush, what size, what we're going to use, this, that, and the other. Get a little bit of white. Show you exactly what we're going to do. Because I like to show you every single detail. We're going to come over here, load it down into our brush. Oh yeah, I don't need to have a huge amount of paint. The more paint you have, the more you're going to want to push on it. And that's not very good. Okay, now let's line up our portals. Make sure everything is within reach. And let's come down here. We had the first one placed right there. And the second one we imagined would be right here. Kind of looks like BB-8 if you're a Star Wars fan. We're going to come over here like this. We're going to hold these guys together against the canvas. Taking our white paint, going around the edges, is going to make all of these little colors shine through. Just crazily will make our eclipse portal, oh, just wicked. Look at that color driving through there, right? All the way through all this pink and the purple and the blues, all the way down. The more we go, the more it's going to interact with all those colors. And then when we remove our portals, that's when it's really going to shine through. You'll be able to see all of them real nicely. Okay, now we're going to deposit a little bit of extra paint around this guy, only for the reason that we're going to want to pull it out with our brush. All right, so we'll take our big old 2-inch brush, and try not to move our portals. Let's do this guy up top first. Then we won't have to worry about his butt. All right, streak it out around the edge, just taking any amount of brightness that we had out there and throwing it out. Getting it out around the edge of our portal. That's all we got to do. Drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it out. That's it, literally. Right? Now, same thing around our guy down here. Any little paint that we can grab and grip on, it's going to shine in all these different colors. Look at those colors. Oh, baby, that's cool. Come down here and grab it up. Now, the reason I'm keeping the cardboard up against the thing is because you don't want to go inside of your portal too much when we're trying to make these things. We want them to be very circular, and that way we keep our portal there, lets all this light emit out around the edge, and then we can remove the portal and finish our little guy in here. So, one more little bit of paint, right down through, onto the brush, just like that. Come around the edge very lightly, very small little line around this guy. Bang, right through the front. Now, look at all these different colors. You got everything from the green to the pink, pinks, blues, purples, pinks again. It's going to be sweet, you guys. That's going to be a cool one. Get rid of the old things over there. Now, here's going to be the fun part where we get to come in and decide what we want our little portals to look like, right? So, grabbing the color around the edge, shrieking it out different places, right? Some places we couldn't grip at with our big old thing in the way. And here we go. Right, now you don't really have to worry about the bottom because we're going to be flowing a waterfall out of the bottom of this thing anyway. You just kind of want a little aura around it, right? How far does your aura spread out? That determines or depends on how far you pull it out with your brush, right? Each person's going to be a little bit different as we go around. Now, take this guy, start to soften him out, All right, we're going to put a bunch of foreground in front of these little eclipses anyway, so you don't really have to worry about what they look like. Just like that. Try not to get too much of our bright color around it, and then, bow, we're gonna hit that sucker with some clouds. Are you ready? Are you just so ready right now? Right? Let's come in and let's say maybe we had that whole bit of greenish, yellowish cloud as it transfers over to the other side of our portal. We don't want to go outside, not just yet. Right? Look at all the difference. The yellow, as it's over here, it starts to mix down. That white will interact with whatever color is underneath it. So you can take it and you can pull on it. You can stretch it from side to side of your whole portal if you want. All up to you. Only use the one side right now. Maybe we'll take some of that other paint. And let's say we had a guy come out like this, right out of here. You know what? Let's put a little bit, we'll put a little bit of forest in there. Let's drop a little bit of forest in there. Mix that guy up, turn him into part of that cloud. Bang! Happy little accident back there, right? A little bit of brightness in different areas. Make your clouds look a little different, and you don't have to try to work hard at them. Just let it rip. Let it rip. It's going to look really cool. Trust me. Now, let's wash off all this brush, because you don't want to go green. If you have all this green all over your brush, you don't want to go green into your crimson. That's going to be bad. That'll be brown news bears for you. Don't go green into the crimson. Otherwise, you're going to start going brown. Come back over here. Grab a little bit of our paint onto the brush. And again, let's decide on a cloud. This one will be purple into the pink. Oh, look at that purple. Holy cow, into the pink. Over here. Bang, bang, bang. Look at that thing, you guys. No matter what you do, you take it and you mix it down. It's never going to look just like that, right? We come in here and we start to pull on it and mix it with our little bit of pressure. And the more that we go around, the lighter touch that we have, the more cool little details you're going to have. You have all these neat little things as they grow. Right? The point is, it doesn't have to look exactly like this, but in this scene, you want a big old cloud right here because we're going to chuck our rope swing right off the edge. It'll be really cool. Now, in order to create a whole bunch of contrasting darkness off all of this bright light, we need to mix up a bit of our deep dark color. We call the Paint with Josh Madness mix. Or Paint with Josh Plaque, whatever you want to call it. Right over here, mix it down, scrape it up, flip it over like a pancake. What are these three colors that we like mixing up in order to make a deep darkness? The deep dark color coming this summer to theaters near you. Remember, if you're watching over on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. We should have just as many thumbs up as we have viewers over there. Come on, guys. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Whoo! Whatever that song says. There we go. We're going to mix up that dark black right there. And come in with a little fan brush, and let's just say we had some funky looking trees way out here, right? On this, at least in this top one. We have to contrast between the two light colors. So we pop a little bit of dark in. Maybe you come up and you come down, and you come up and you come down. And all we're doing is filling in a little bit of darkness. It's really it, right? Coming back in, filling in all the places that you don't want to see that yellow or green cloud out there. We don't really worry about it the further over that we get. It's all going to be taken care of by our foreground. So, no worries over there, but just in case, block out some of that light. All you got to do, now we're going to come back in here very lightly, get to the bottom, a little bit to the top, you release, right? A little bit of pressure, and you pull it away as you get to the top. Now, with the same brush, you can literally come in with just the top corner and make this area a little bit softer, right? We just damped on all that whole huge amount of paint. It's all thick and crazy. Right, so by flattening it, we soften it a little bit, and then by dabbing at it, it takes it even further down to a very, very base layer paint, right? Which means we can do a lot of stuff on top of that. So let's say we had a little bit of a waterfall out there. Maybe it came from out of the cloud, or out of the forest back here, just a little on the brush, over and down. Littlest touch. Don't need to have a whole lot. You don't want it to be the brightest thing way off in the distance, right? So we go over it a few times, pull it off to the side. One little thing to happen in the background. That's all we're looking for. Now, a little bit of a puff of some color underneath and allow it to mix in with whatever color's down there. Whether it be part of the crimson that's underneath there, or the dark color that we mixed with, it's going to be a different color. That's the point. Right, we mix it up. Don't want to make it take too much space, but just out of that little waterfall back here, right, which our river would have gone off, fed forward. We're going to cover that part, obviously, but don't worry about that. All right, we'll come over here, grabbing up underneath the base of our falls back there, and we start shooting out to the side. And then maybe we hit a spot. We rotate back over until we were about to fall into our next little bit of scene. Having that water just roll off into all of our next little bit of cloudiness down here, right? All these little things get caught by those clouds back there. So just with a little bit of mixing up, we come in here, a little lighter pressure so we don't have to touch it so much. A little softness, a little bit off of our little waterfall back here just to soften it. Taking it back to the side. Now we're going to make this guy just a bit softer as we go, stretching him. A little stretch back there. All of a sudden, doesn't have to look crazy detailed. No one's going to be looking at that part of the painting, I'm telling you. That's your background. No one's going to be looking way back there. Okay, now, let's use a little bit of that darkness in order to put a tree right in here that's going to cover where that waterfall's coming out of, right? So we mix down into our blackish color, getting it into the bristles, and let's say we came down and right through, bang, right through where that river is going to come from. We throw a big old evergreen tree, and we're going to start tapping it with just the corner, making it wider and wider and wider as we get down here, allowing it to grow outside into the other portal. See how it's overhanging the original line that was separating the two? You want them to overhang into all these clouds. It's going to look so cool. Just going to look so neat. So, a little bit of taps. The more we go down, the more brush you push, right? Now we're not going to be able to tell where the little river is coming out of, especially if we didn't cover it on that guy. Maybe we could do one more guy. Bang, right there. Just cut off where the river's coming from. A little bit of a branchy tree. Okay, now, let's say back in the distance of our little hill up here, we had some green grass. So we'll take a bit of white, just on the end of the brush, nothing crazy, just a little bit of white, right? Dab it down so there's not so much on there. A little bit of green and the smallest little touch of yellow. You got to kind of work it in. That yellow will help brighten up your green without making it go too pale. Okay, now maybe back here we had this little thing, just by tapping, going all the way down, come back underneath it like a typewriter, all the way down, over here, down, kind of turning and turning, saving little pieces, that little line of dark in between where the river and the grass meet, with that little line of darkness back there. Bang! Whole little hill we just painted in 10 seconds, right? Wasn't even a whole big deal. Now we'll come back over here loading up a lot more paint onto that brush because I want one more big old evergreen tree right here on the side, sticking up out of the whole top of the portal, coming all the way down and living on this side of the river. So you don't really have to paint all that grass back there, but just showing you how easy it is to do. We'll come back over here and we'll start smacking up, leaving our upward facing branches. Now, what's going to make this tree stand out as being in front of all those other trees back there, and our river and our grass? What makes him stand out as being closer than most everything else, right? What makes him? You can't say it's the color because it's the same color as the trees back here, same color as this guy right here. You can't really say it's the color that's making him stand out. What is making him stand out? If anything, if you can't see him, then I guess I'm not doing my job well enough. Right now, we're going to come back over here. Let's see, do we have enough paint on the brush for a couple bushies? We're probably going to run up short. Let's come up here, though. A little bit of that darkness. Blasting it out, letting it overhang down over those little colors, over the clouds. However far you want to let it dangle, just gives it that much more depth when you do. Now, seriously, we're like out of color over here. So I'm going to sneak a little bit of black, a little bit of crimson, a little bit of blue, right on the brush, all together. I'm going to smash them up right here. Just to mix it right on the brush, right? Come in here, over on my waterfall, just a little bit, catching that little tree, falling down. Look at that pink, purple, green, blue. Oh my God. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, look at those colors, you guys. Just look at those colors. The blurk. It's actually plaque. So this one I think is $279.99. It's free worldwide shipping. Anywhere in the world, it's going to have a big old tree right here with a little rope swing hanging off from our faraway, distant land back underneath here, right? Again, going to come back in, a little bit of our blue, a little bit of our crimson, a little bit of our black. You can literally mix it right on the brush. That's why I always keep these three colors right here. Say we came down just to cut off any bit of darkness here. I don't want to go too high because, again, we're going to have that big old tree. So just a couple of little guys just up into the bushes, up into the bottom of the clouds, almost up into the bushes, right? Just creating a little bit of darkness way off in the distance. A couple little things catching the base of our clouds back there. You can always make them bigger if you wanted to, but the more that you drag up on them with more pressure, you're going to get these cool little streaks, like little tree trunks and tip tops of stuff that are hanging out way back there. All right, now what if we took whatever color is under here, it's probably purplish, bluish, greenish, but whatever it is, it's going to look really neat. Maybe we could have the whole waterfall fall in front of that forest back there, guys. I'm doing it. I don't care. Let's rock and roll. We come back up in here. Just, and that whole thing fall out, roll down, cover over whatever we just had up there. Bang, bang, bang. Now, I would imagine, again, this whole big sucker, if that much water was falling, we'd have a whole big splash. And you can see why we put the bit of darkness in between the bit of clouds. Otherwise, this little splash cloud starts getting lost in that cloud up there. If we're just using white and lighting up everything else with just the white, right, then we have to take into account that you got to go dark and then light and then dark and then light. Oh, look at that green cloud. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's just turning out to be a cool one, you guys. Just all based on how you put those colors down. That's legit it. Legit it. Just like that. A little bit of it off to the side. Then we'll go cover over what we don't like with our highlights and stuff. Be really cool. Really neat looking. Just so cool, Josh. Oh, thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. You're always so nice to me in the comments, Josh. Oh, well, you're so welcome, Josh. You're so deserving of it. We just love you so much, Josh. Okay. Let's come over here. A little bit more white on the brush. Save a little bit of darkness underneath that little misty cloud, and maybe our river came out this way. And then, boop, we could either turn it or we could fall right out of our portal right down there. What if we did that? What if we fell out just down into space? Right? We could really end up hitting a space down here, and this could all be on the outside of our portal as well, guys. It never all has to just be the same. We can play with this sucker as we go. Now, a little bit more of our white, a little bit of our green, a little bit of our yellows. We come in with our grassy bit again. And let's come from a steep angle down like this. Way down there, right? Come back next to it. You don't even really have to load up any more paint on the brush. You don't want to have too much. And you can see that big old line I'm leaving in between each one. Just like a typewriter, you leave little bits in between. Now you go back in, and each time that you tap at it, you're filling in little spaces, you're taking away little details, you're tapping, you're mushing, you're popping, you're weaving. Boom, 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 boom. Got this whole other big grassy bit, but what do we leave right here at the bottom? In between the grass and that river, what have we left right there? Because it's something that you absolutely have to have, and if you don't have that little dark waterator, what do we call it? A dark something. That's what we normally call it. Mix up this darkness. Come in for another little bush, because I can just see some bushy action right here, okay? Now, we have our tree. Over here like this. A little bit of bush along the edge of the river just to keep that water sealed into the painting. Otherwise it would have fallen out, right? All would have fallen out if we didn't keep it all sealed in there. There we go. Little dab here. Now, I never like coming up too far into the water, but you do have to cover over a little bit of it. You can't see the entire thing all the time. That's why we covered it back here, covered it there, covered over to here, cover over it back here, cover over to the front. It just helps push it backwards. You gotta have that depth. You gotta help push it back. So another little big old bush right here on the edge. And that guy's dangling down over the side as well. You never know. You never know, guys. I like him already, though. All right, now let's go back up. Since we got the majority of the scene pretty much figured out. See, if we came down again, if that much water was coming down and hitting, I would imagine we would have all of this spray from down here. All this crazy spray. And because we're going to take another brush, mix up all this color right here. It's going to mix in with whatever colors are underneath. Grabbing up some of the water, mixing it down. Real rough down around the bottom. Right? You can be rough with this guy. Real hard down around the bottom. Bang! Just like that. Come grab up some of this color. The more that you move, the faster you go, the lighter it'll be, the bigger it'll stretch, right? Because you're moving faster across the canvas in a different way. So we just put some color over here. Watch, I'll put some up here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you put it. Just as long as you have something out there, right? A little bit over here, a little bit over there. Now it's going to look like our bushes are dangling over our misty fog. And then you can even go as far as to take a bit of water right here and just plop a bit of white right onto our canvas, and we'd have a whole nother bit of a pond or some sort of something that it's now fallen out onto. and leaked out all over the ground out here. I never like taking it all the way to the edge though. These are kind of dark. Kind of dark towards the edge. Very cool though. We got this whole little thing. Super neat, you guys. Oh, I like that. Just spilling out onto the floor. Wicked, wicked, wicked. A little bit of color. Anywhere you want it to be. That mistiness, right? You get to decide what you want it to look like. How bright you want it to be. How far you want our color to scoot over to the side. All up to you. Very cool. Now, let's take our big old monster tree and we're going to put him right down here. You know what we can even do? Just to go even further than we've ever gone before. What if we did like this? We put a little bit of white, a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow. And let's say we came down with a whole other little hill back in here. Right down onto the water, leaving that little bit of darkness, right? Tapping our hill up. Getting all these little bits. Tap, 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 tap. Don't overdo it. Little baby things. Little things down there, right? Now all of a sudden we've got this grass underneath our portal. What's happening out there, guys? Who is about to land? My goodness, there we go. All right, say we like that so much over there. What if we did just a little bit right over here with a bit of yellow, a bit of greens, and we came down this way, and boom, we pop a whole nother bit of land right in between our water and us, just with a bit of our grass, right at that same angle though. Gotta come down. You can even go a little bit higher up if you wanted to. Just remember, you gotta tap it in enough times to where it makes it look like grass versus just some dabs, right? Because if you don't do it enough, it's not gonna look right. It's gonna come off the edge over here. Tap, 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 tap. Bang, bang, bang. That's pretty cool. Now we got a big old place for our tree to sit right down here in the front, right? Big old gigantic spot for our tree to sit down. You guys are just awesome, by the way. Thank you for all the help with the mods and everybody. And then let me just say, you guys are rad. Let me wash off these brushes, and then we can go highlight, and then we can put our big tree in, then we'll be done. So start coming up with a name for this one, guys. This one's not going to take long. I was thinking like big full tree for our rope swing, but now I'm thinking like a bare, scraggly tree. I don't know, guys. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. We're going to find out, though. We will find out. So, you guys got to tell me where you're watching from. Just how cold is it where you are tonight? Is it freezing? Is it below 30? Is it below 20? Oof. Woo! Woo, baby, that's cold. That is cold if you ask me. It's cold. I mean, it's not the coldest place I've ever been. I was once near a frozen lake and it was negative 22 degrees, and I thought, if my car breaks down right now, can I even breathe at that temperature? Like, can you even breathe at negative 22? It turns out you can. I mean, my car didn't break down, luckily. We kept going. But apparently, the dude that lives at the South Pole tells me that you can breathe at negative 22. I would imagine it wouldn't feel very good, though. Wouldn't feel very nice. Negative 22 degrees. All right, 2 more brushes to clean, guys. Tell me where you're watching from. Just how cold is it tonight where you are? You never know where people are watching from all the way around the world, guys. We got them everywhere from the U.S. to the Philippines to the U.K., France, Austria, Netherlands. We've got a big Netherlands following, actually. Big following in the Netherlands. So, tell me where you're watching from, guys. I gotta know. I want to know. I'm not asking just for my health. I want to know. New York, 32. Texas, 44. 24. 21 in New Hampshire. You know what? New Hampshire is one of the 3 states that I have not sold to yet in the United States. New Hampshire. If somebody in New Hampshire could buy like a hat or a shirt or a poster or something, at least I could check New Hampshire off the list. And then I'd be only 2 states. I think it's Vermont, Delaware, and New Hampshire. If you live in one of those 3 states, those are the only 3 states in America that I have not shipped a painting to. So, get something. I don't care what it is. I'll mark it off the list. And then we can move forward. So, we're going to come over here. I think we sold the painting, you guys. I'm pretty sure as I was back here that it looked like it said sold, but my mod's got to let me know if it's still there or not. I'm going to come in with a little bit of my green right over here. It could have been a different painting. It might not have been this one. A little of my sap green. Nothing else. Sap green. Let's decide. Maybe we got... let's put all of our colors off to the right on this one. So we'll take our darker green and we're going to slap it up against the canvas over here. Not trying to cover every single bit of darkness. And it's a little hard to see, but you can tell that the brush is getting contact with the canvas. It's transferring all that dark color and taking all of my green, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Again, we're going to wipe it off so it's nice and fresh. Come back over here, load it up with the big thick sap green again. Come off the back of this guy and just tap it on there. You can tell it's going on because your brush is getting all dark. And when you no longer have any green and you're all covered in dark, you should be good enough. Now, let's wash that brush off. You don't want to have all that dark color on there, that's for sure. Get that guy all cleaned up. And over here now, we're going to come into our liquid white. Liquid white is a very runny, very wet paint, and you only need a tiny, tiny bit at a time. So a little bit of yellow, a little bit of green, a little bit of our liquid white. Now liquid white is a thin paint, so it's going to help our colors come off of the brush a lot easier than they normally would, right? Now, you tap this guy over, smack him down. The more you go down, the more little bits you get your dark side off the back. The dark side of the force. Strong with this one, right? A little bit more of our green, a little bit more of our yellow. You always want to use the yellow to brighten the green versus the white. The white will make it like very pale, when the yellow makes it look very greeny. No, don't ask me to explain it. I'm an artist, man. Doesn't mean I know colors. Just means I sit up here and paint all day. Bang! Couple little tip taps, a little bit of darkness out there on the trees. You guys, that's a gorgeous looking little sucker, if I do say so myself. Already. Now, let's grab a little bit of that liquid white again, but this time we're going to touch it on to our Bob Ross half round brush, just up there on the corner. You don't need a whole lot. We come down, tapping it in, a little bit of our yellow, a little bit of our green, and off the side of this guy, we're going to start to tap on little bits. Boom, 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 boom. Gorgeous, you guys. Seriously, I'm not doing anything special. It happens. If you do what I do, that happens. It's nothing like, I show you every single thing. Okay, let's dive into our liquid white. Again, same amount. Thank you for the gifts, guys, love you. Come over here again, start tapping, grab up into the thick part of the yellow, some of the thick part of the green, back over to the yellow. And let's come over here, so we should drop off some yellow first, and then some greeny bits, and then some yellowy bits. Ba-bow! Holy cow! Come back at that one more time. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. Come over here, we're going to dab at these guys. Pop, 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 pop. What am I leaving in between all of these little guys, you guys? What am I leaving in between all these little bits of brightness up here? Right, are we leaving lots of white areas? Are we leaving... What are we leaving? What's up there? What's hanging out in between all these bits of brightness? You can't forget about them. Cannot forget. I mean, you can. And if you do, you're not going to end up liking it. Oh, baby! That's gorgeous. That's freaking gorgeous. Come up here. Tap it in. Tap it in. A little bit into our yellow now. Over the green. Oh, baby jeez. Right there. Just dangling out over the edge, drooping down like the hanging gardens of Joshalon. Man, that's cool, guys. I want to go underneath this waterfall. Who's coming with? Would you take my hand and walk with me underneath the waterfall and see what's underneath there? Or would you be too afraid? I don't know. I might be too afraid, in all honesty. I might be too afraid. So have we figured out who's purchased this painting yet is my question. Who done purchased the double portal is my question. Wanda G says, yes, sold. Thank you for that, Wanda. Minus 13 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. My goodness. That sounds like a chilly place. Chilly place. Okay, now, let's come in here. This one is just so freaking gorgeous already, you guys. Just already. I don't really want to do anything else to it. It's looking so nice. All right, we are going to take a little of our green and a little of our yellow. We're going to come up here and just along the edge, just because we've highlighted everything with the green and yellow on this side. And we're touching it very lightly. Just as light as you can get it. You don't have to contact every piece. Not every bit has to all be exactly the same. All right, we'll take a little of our odorless mineral spirits and our lamp black paint, the Mead Lamp Black, because it's very runny to begin with. And then we can come up here and grab some of our tree branches and start shooting them off into these light areas, across the clouds, over here, over there, bing, bang, boom. This paint with brand brush never fails. Look at those branches out there. Very cool. Just wicked cool. Wicked cool. This one looks so friggin' rad, you guys. Number 3 for Mac. I think I just saw that right at the end. Good job, Mac. You got a good one, man. Mac's got an eye. He sure has an eye. All right, Mac. I'm going to put in one enormously sticky tree right here. Right, with a bunch of big branches. And maybe if we can just get it just right somewhere. Maybe not, but one big old tree. Come sit down right here on this bit of grass right out in front. And that's going to look really cool if you ask me. Just really cool. A bit more yellow. We're tapping in just so our grass is a little bit different color, a bit brighter on this guy. Working those little yellow taps in, but I'm going to leave just a few of them out there. I don't need to have them all, but just a few little baby bits, right? And then maybe we take that and come down here. A couple more little baby bits, like little rows of flowers and daisies and something. I don't know. Don't ask. I don't paint flowers. They're just impressionistic flowers. Okay, let's come over here. And what do you think to one giant sticky tree there, Mac? Old Macky Mac. Mac attack. Remember, guys, if we get, I mean, it's a far off shot right now, but if we get to 500,000 taps during the live on TikTok, I give away a free gift to one of the viewers. Just saying. Just saying. Waterfall's end. All right, I'm the boss. He says, man, I mean, it looks so cool like it is right now, though. That's the only thing. I don't want to, you know what? We could drop another tree in right here. Counteract him off of, put a big old pine tree in on this side. I had my whole idea, and now it's all thrown out the window because of how good this one started to look. And I had to axe my whole plan, man. So, what do we do? What do we do? All right, I got it. We're going to come in here. We're going to need more paint anyway, so we'll get a little bit of blue, a little bit of black, a little bit of crimson as we come down. Just like so, mixing them all up into that blackish, darkish color. And then let's come down from right about here. Just be real thin, real thin, real thin. Get a little thicker, a little harder against the canvas. Pow! Chuck in a monster branch right there. Just gorgeous. You drag it down, you push in a little bit harder. You thicken up that trunk. You know we all got a thick trunk by the time we're all old. It's all good. I'm waiting for mine to come in over here like this, tap it down in, mix it in with our grass, have it live wherever you want it to live. Or if you have enough of that dark paint still left on your palette, Josh, you could come in and pop in a whole big old bush right at the base of that big old monster tree down here. Okay, same thing. We're going to take a little of our green paint onto the bush, the backside, a couple little bits of green. The super yellow, that cad yellow right in the front, real thick texture. And then it gets darker and darker automatically as it starts mixing in with that green the more we go. If you want to have more little yellowy bits, you got to add them in. Now this one, Mac, may take a couple days. It's really textury, but it's got some sweet flowers on there if you ask me. Now come in with our last bit of greenish yellowish highlight for this tree. Right over here like that, just kind of touching and moving up. Touch and move, touch and move. Not really trying to drag it. Not yet, anyway. Right, little, ooh, that would have been bad with a little bristle. Get out of here. Right, just kind of touch and let go. Touch and touch and touch and touch. And just try to stay in that dark part of your tree, right? You don't want to go on the outside. Don't go on the outside of that line. You want Gotta be in the line. Whoop. How far did we take this tree up? I gotta put my head in front of you guys just to be able to see it. There we go. All the way up there. I like it. All right, get that paint with Bram brush back out. And our Meeden lamp black paint, because you know it's a much thinner, much wetter, much slipperier, softer, slidier paint, right? Much. Now we'll come in like this. And you know what? We didn't put enough on here. Let's get a bit more of this color. Just tap it in along the back side of this guy, right? Just because the one at the bottom's got to be a little thicker than the one at the top, for goodness sake. There we go. Now we'll come grab off of him, and with this lamp black, you should be able to squeeb right through all of those other bushes, your other paint, because the lamp black is so thin. Remember, it's that Meeden paint with this big old long paint with Bram liner brush. You can do wonders with this stuff. It really just, it flows off like it's just watery wet. And if it doesn't, you go back and get a little more of your odorless mineral spirits and wet it down just a little bit. Doesn't need to be crazy. Don't want to go nuts with this stuff, man. Big old scraggly monster of a tree. Caw-caw! Just everywhere. Little bits, little branches. Little here, one goes out that way. Got one coming off of here, going over there, through the flowers. Taking the showers. He's going everywhere, man. In the flowers, off to the showers, off of this guy over there, streaking up, streaking through. Maybe that guy even has his own little branch coming off of it. All these little details you can go put in at your leisure, however long you have, right? Nobody likes to watch Josh for like 6 hours. Otherwise, I do tons of little branches. Here we go. Back in here. I mean, you can do too many, in my opinion. Some of the times you can just, it just happens. You can just put on too much, and it happens to everybody. I've seen it happen to me. I've seen it happen to Bram. I've seen it happen to people that are brand new. So don't worry about anything, man. Let it rip. Go have some fun. A little bit of color. Right out here. Onto some of our branchy bits. Just so it comes off in the littlest places sometimes. You don't even need to make contact with the whole branch. Just little things, right? It's going to take your eye out there. It's going to take it out there, man. It's going to be out there. And again, we just touched it twice and barely anything came off, so I'm going to move. I'm not going to try to force it into that spot. I'm going to touch. If it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't come off, it doesn't come off. It wasn't meant to be right there. All right? Bang, bang. Little things that only Mac is going to end up noticing when he's looking at this painting over time. He's like, wow, look at that highlight on that branch. Look at this part or that part, how it comes up here, or touches over there, little pieces, right? Because we're not trying to get every single bit of the branch to show. You don't need every piece to be as bright as every other piece. Just little bits that you'll pick up with your eyeballs on the way out to its end. Very cool. Now, you guys got to come up with a name for old Mackie Mac's painting on this one, because he's going to need your help, guys. He's really going to need your help. I figured maybe he has a name. Maybe, or maybe he's been waiting for you to come up with the best name for him, right? So, start typing the name that you think this painting should be called in the comments section below. And then, dude, one more giant brush branch. It's going to look really sweet if we come off of this guy like this. Make his trunk a bit bigger, right? And then come off him right through that area right there. Branching out. Love it. All right, so start coming up with a name with it for this one, guys. Whatever you think this one should be named, you gotta let us know in the comments, and maybe, if you're lucky enough, Mac will choose that name out of the comments section below. Man, that's cool. Dang. Okay. Just like that. The last time, you know what? And then I just said, Mac, how many bird family members do we got? Because I got to add mine in too. I've cleaned this brush like 6 times. I keep trying to put it away, and then I keep remembering things that I need to do with it. How many little birdies are we putting in for Mac's family? Because this is a portal painting, you get to add your family to fly along with the... Too many. How many's too many? Quit screwing around. I'm back here trying to see. How many's too many? Is it 3? 3 is for me. I know that. I know that.
But I gotta see what Mac says because it's his painting that we're about to do. Oh, you're kidding me. Over 9?
Over 9? Over 9? You're not allowed to buy portal paintings, Mac, okay? There's not enough room out here. No, we could fit 9. What, you got 10? Is over 9 10? Because that, I mean, it's still a lot, but we could still do it. I'll put my guys down here. He's flying through. Caw-caw. Caw-caw. Coming through underneath the waterfall. Flying around. Then we can,
oh, geez, we can split up 10 throughout both the portals if you need them. Just mine? Seriously?
Aw, you're so sweet, Mac. Thank you for that. Excellent. Well, guys, start coming up with a name for this one. Mac's gonna need your help. He's gonna need it. Boy, he's gonna need your help coming up with a name for this old guy. Little baby bits. Little baby bits. Now let's come down here, sign this old dude right down yonder. Bang, 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 bang. Ba-bang, ba-bang, bang, bang. This one, guys, turned out just wickedly awesome. I love it. Absoluten love it. If anything, we could have put in one more tree on that side, but I like this mist so much. It's like leading us off into the next painting, right? Very cool, Mac. All right, well, Mac's going to let us know what we're going to name this old guy, and he gets his free spin on the spinny-winny wheel. If you've never seen or you don't know what the spinny-winny wheel is, you're about to find out. Annette Babcock's watching. It's 20 degrees in Maine. Oh, my God, that's cold. That is so cold. Annette Babcock's one of the oldest, not old as in she's old, like one of the longest time viewers that we've had. Annette, Roberta, Jonathan, John Krasniak, go way back to the very beginning of my channel when those guys were watching. Way back, man. Love you, Annette. Thanks for still being a fan. So, oh my God, Mac, are you trying to give me, you're trying to give me like carpal tunnel, 10 birds, the longest painting title in human history. We're about to, I'm just messing around with you, Mac. All right, hang on, I gotta do this in one go. Let's flip this camera around real quick. Just flip you guys over here. Hi, thank you. Yes, hi, me and Bob back here. Over here like this, and then, haha. Now I can see the comments. Sorry, I have a marker in my teeth. Okay, somebody pin the name again so I know what to call this painting as I spin it around. Baku, you're so cool. It's not me, bro. You're cool. Alright, this is a beauty, guys. Just so purty-licious. Purty-licious. Serene? Scenes of Dreams of a Cosmic United. Got it. Yeah. Got it. Sweet Dreams of a Cosmic United. All right. Longest title in Paint with Josh history. You're gonna have to almost hit the this signature over here. And this one's number 1086er. That's crazy, man. Sweet Dreams of a Cosmic United. Turned out fantastic. Painted on 1/8 of 2023. Okay, it's 2024. But it is the 8th. I had to double check. And we're going to come down here. We're all going to go to paintwithjosh.com just to see what's been going on over there. All the new stuff, the schedule, if you ever want to know when I go live, how often I paint. It's all over there at paintwithjosh.com. Paintwithjosh.com. Now, Mac, my dude, you got an eye for the colorful ones, let me tell you. You got that black, purple, black and purple aurora borealis scene. Then you got an icy cold winter scene, I'm pretty sure, I think. And then you got this super colorful scene. So, wicked neat. That was that was the pin name. Sweet Dreams of a Cosmic United. We nailed it. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I know, it was Serene Dreams of a Cosmic Universe is what we actually wrote down. But I like to yank your chain when we're writing because people go, no, that's not it, no. I know. Oh, the color verse would have been way cool, I agree. Well, we might have to just come back and paint another color verse. Man, freaking turned out awesome. Next time, though, right? More pink down here. Like, we only had that one little area of pink. And if that could have been reflected down around the bottom somehow, we have to set it up that way, of course. Didn't think of doing it that way, but in any case, a little bit of pink would be fantastic. The Custom King. Tell your wife I said thank you. Honestly. Tell her. And give her a kiss for me. So, Quantum Doorway. That was cool, too. I like that name. Decaffeinated Butter. Light party! Okay, Mac wants a light party. Then we're going to do the spinny winny wheel. So if you have a flashiness to light sensitivity issue, turn your phone away, look away from the screen for about 5 seconds. In about 3, 2, 1, light party! I don't know why I make that noise. It's just something I like. God, I love these lights. Instant headache. Okay. Light party has since concluded, and you may now turn around and look back at your screens if you are photosensitive. So, really awesome. Let's get the wheel out. Maybe we can get the wheel out while we have the YouTube camera and Facebook camera up so everybody can see the wheel? Are you kidding me? All right, Mac, are we going to keep the wheel or are we going to donate it to somebody in the comments? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? You gotta let me know. Oh, Paint with Josh wins. Sorry. Wah, wah, wah. Hang on, where's my sound machine? Paint with Josh wins.
Oh, you guys are funny. You guys are funny. Watching from Australia, it's 28 degrees Celsius. My goodness. I use the Meaden, what is this one called? It's the Meaden Versatile Studio H-Frame Easel. It's about $149. I screw mine to the ceiling so it's very secure and doesn't wobble on me. And I have one of these down at the gallery. I have one here that you're looking at, and then I have one that I haven't even unboxed that's just in reserve in case this one breaks and I need to paint that same night. I got another one in reserve. So, awesome easel. I'd never recommend any other one except for this one. You can sit, you can stand, you can hold 2 paintings. As you can see why this one does, it holds 2 paintings. All right, last keep. I don't understand. You kept the last one, or this is the last one you're keeping, or you gave away the last one, so you're keeping it? What's going on, Mac? Are we keeping it? Are we going? Okay, he wants it, and he wants the backpack. Well, the backpack's not even... All right, listen. Listen, Mac. If it lands on the grand prize, I'll hook you up with a backpack. Here we go. No one heard that. Go, baby, go! Don't land on the grand prize. No. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking joking me? Oh, I have the worst luck. Like, honestly, the worst possible luck. Why? Bad things happen to good people, man. Ah! That's terrible. Well, congratulations, Mac. Go to the casino, because tonight's your lucky night, my friend. Dang! Why'd I gotta open up my big mouth? That's my problem. I could have just said, well, Mac, sorry, the backpack's not available, and you would have won the sweatpants instead. But no, I had to open up my big gob and say, yeah, Mac, sure, if it lands on the grand prize, I'll hook you up with the backpack. Like that's ever gonna happen. It's not very nice, guys. Not very nice. But it's okay. It's alright, Mac's a good customer. Maybe one day in the future, perhaps we might just land on Paint with Josh wins, and the house might actually win just one time.
Just maybe one time. That's all I want. And I'm never opening up my mouth like that again. I'm never doing that again, because obviously me saying that made it land on the grand prize. I should have said land on the Paint with Josh part, and then I still wouldn't have won. So, in any case. You want to see the backpack? All right, let's show you. Hang on. I got one. What are you doing, Bailey? I got one here, right? This is brand new. This is exactly what the brand new ones look like. It's got a laptop sleeve in the rear, right? It has a very sneaky little section in the back. Not to say that I might have got something into Disneyland that I wasn't supposed to. And it's got a little pouch in the front. So, just like that, with the logo inside the pouch. They're freaking wicked bags. It has all of my websites all around the edge. So like youtube.com/paintwithjosh, tiktok.com/@paintwithjoshk, paintwithjosh.etsy.com, facebook.com/paintwithjosh, instagram.com/paintwithjoshk, and paintwithjosh.com, like I said. So, really cool backpacks. And that little secret storage place in the back, I'm telling you, Mac, you get away with a lot of stuff back there. I'm just saying. So, we're going to, hang on, put that over to the side. And I might as well put your hat that you won with your backpack that you won. You want me to sign your backpack too? Might as well. But I'll put that in the backpack. I'll shove them in a box and ship them out on their own, and then put one of the paintings, or two of the paintings, in the same box and ship them out. Hopefully I haven't shipped out the other one. You bought a case for my signed hat? You're the man. You're the man, Mac. That's very cool. Did you hear that, Bailey? Somebody bought a case for your dad's signed hat. I'm so cool. My kid's like, yeah, whatever, Dad, you're dumb.
That's so cool, bro.
Oh, so cool, Dad.
That's so right.
Like, all your other friends got lame dads. I'm a cool dad. I'm like mediocrely famous kind of online, like, and you're still like, oh my god, my dad's so dumb. Like,
Yeah, because you're my dad. What do you want me to find?
oh my god. Oh my god, my dad's so dumb, guys.
I'm taking this hat.
It's so dumb. Alright, now, where are we going to sign this sucker? Mac, did you want me to sign the bag or no?
Me?
Yes, no? Not you, Bailey. Where's my Mac? My Mac. Return of the Mac. Alright, where are we going, Maxski? You're a cool guy, Spider-Man. Spider-Man just told me I was cool. Did you hear that? The Spider-Man told me I was a cool guy. You guys all remember that, okay? The Spider-Man.
Almost fell.
Good, I hope you fall. You're just coming in here to talk crap. Oh, here we go. Over here. Oh, that's cool, dude. I like that. Alright, Mackie. Mac, right there. Alright, I'll throw that in your box. That sounded kind of weird. But yeah, we'll put that away for you. And I finish washing off this brush. You guys have been an excellent crowd. I very highly doubt that we got to 500,000 taps. Oh yeah, you guys weren't even paying attention when I said that. I told you, if we get to 500,000 taps, every TikTok show that we get to 500,000 taps on the screen, I give away a free spinny weenie wheel to someone in the comments. So, get over to TikTok, watch me, tap the screen, you might win something for free. It just might happen. It could happen, guys. It's a possibility. It's not a possibility now. You guys have waited way too long. What's that?
See what this says?
What is it?
Read it.
I can't read it.
You're acting like my handwriting is
It is that bad.
No, it is not.
Does it say, guess what, chicken butt? Because I fall for that like 15 times a day. Still, I don't. She gets me all the time. Yes, we are going to do a second show. I need about an hour of recuperation, and then we can go on to the next show. So, I want to thank you guys all for being here, for hanging out, for tuning in. It's only been 55 minutes, and boy, oh boy, we did 3 wicked paintings. That's right, 1, 2, 3 on the outside. So, oh, it's decaffeinated butter trying to figure out how to get into the old Discord with Josh, huh? So you have to send me a little heart and become one of the members of the channel, and then check the members rewards section, I guess, and that's where the Discord link is. Excuse me, guys. All right, well, I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Facebook, you've been fantastic as always. I love you guys. You're my biggest audience. YouTube, we just broke over 102,000 subscribers. I can't wait to get that plaque. Oh, the plaque! It's going to be fantastic. So, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, for being here, for watching, for hanging out, and for always tapping on the screen and hitting that like button. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And, yeah, until I see you guys again next time, take care. Have the rest of a good day. Pow, pow.
Holy cow, I'm out of breath.